Duelist, we are back! It is time once again to travel up the silver ladder. We're at silver 4. Our next stop is silver 3 on the choo-choo train of silver. Our opponent is ranking up, while we would need another win after this one to do it. Our opponent's gonna start off with setting an all-powerful YuGiOh! Our two all-powerful YuGiOh cards. They got a 50 card deck and a 5 card extra deck. Okay, Lightning Vortex. Alright, so the first thing we're gonna do is let's cycle that back row back into his deck. I know it sounds dumb because the fact is he does get to shuffle and then he gets to draw a new YuGiOh card, but honestly, getting rid of back row is still good in my opinion. So anyways, we'll swing it with the Zaphion, and then main phase 2, we'll do the Black Elixir just to ensure that in case those are like some kind of weird traps or weird spell cards that could do anything to affect my Elixir card, besides of course hand traps, I would kind of want them to get them out of there so that I don't have to worry about them. Shoot, I clicked on end phase. Whoops. My bad. I'm so used to just going straight to end phase if we don't do much in main phase 2. Now that was my bad. Man, yeah, it is pretty true. We don't do much in main phase 2. Usually we go like battle. Oh man, we got another back row. So how many people want to guess we're playing some kind of burn strategy? How many people down in the comments want to guess this is a burn strategy deck? Pause right now. Put down in the comments. You have infinite time. You have infinite time to put your guess down in the comments before you continue this video. Anyways, we got a solitary back row. DDG, okay. I don't think DDG is too bad. Our opponent is having a little bit of connectivity issues. I saw the little thing flare up right there. Okay, so what is our play? We have scales. We don't have anything to really utilize with it. So I think we are just going to set the Predaplan monster. Then I'm going to go Black Elixir. We should have done this last turn. Then I could have attacked with a 25, but I don't know. Maybe it's actually going to be pointless to attack with a 25 if you think about it. Because again, I have no idea what we're doing yet. 45? Oh, it's not a 45. It's a 49 card deck. I miscounted. Alright. He's got something. Either this activates to do something, or he has another thing he could do altogether. I'm not sure. Ah, it's my favorite card. Bottomless Trap Hole! Yeah, well now it sucks more or less I just skipped right through main phase 2. And we could have gone main phase 2, brought Eldritch out, and then gone from there. Then we would have had Eldritch for this turn without having to worry about the, well, clearly the, Bottomless Trap Hole. Oh well, Eldy Mad's gone for good. I still don't know what we're playing. A Bottomless Trap Hole is a very good, just generic removal card. Wow, funny enough, it destroys the monster, so it's hilarious. So if a monster has protection from destruction, Bottomless Trap Hole can't do anything against it. I don't yet want to flip up my Predaplan monster because it's pointless. And we're not triggering DDG on the set of a singular YuGiOh card. Yeah. Okay. Sooner or later, we'll draw a playable monster, right? We'll do that sooner or later, right? We'll get a playable monster. I mean, we got scales, so I wouldn't mind a monster that came out off the scales. I mean, sure, it's a 4 and an 8, but nonetheless, again, we happen to have the freaking Predaplan monster that gets us the 8 scale, but okay. Well, one thing's for sure, he does deck us out. He does win on deck out. Foolish Burial, huh? That actually might be good. So what, we bury Gizmek? I feel like that's the play. I feel like burying Gizmek is the play. No, we're not burying Gizmek. We're not burying anybody. We're not doing anything this Yu-Gi-Oh! This game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Alright, well, that was fun. Well, the man did have an Ash in there. I don't know if he had it when we summoned out Eldritch, but nonetheless he had an Ash. Alright. What's next on the palette? So far, all we have is a set monster. I haven't even seen a monster out of him yet. Like, what is this deck? It's right now, it's just set back row, and that's it. That's all we've had. We've had 4 set back row cards. Well, that is a monster we can summon. Alright, let's do this. As long as it's not like bottomless trap hole, we're safe. Because even if this is imperm, he can't imperm this, because there's no face-up effect monster that he can imperm. Now, of course, here's a effect monster he could hit with an imperm. Or maybe it's the second bottomless trap hole. Wouldn't be surprised if it is. Okay, so it wasn't any of that. I guess we'll go battle. It's a trap that he can do something with. That's the thing. It could trigger any point, so it's not like Mirror Force. Call the Haunted to what? Call your Ash? Yeah, I guess. So that's what it was. It was a Call the Haunted. I guess that saves you. Or we'll throw it into attack position. So in the aspect of saving yourself, you're gonna punch yourself. So you're gonna let me do 2,500 to you when I would have done 2,500 to you before the Call of the Haunted. He also has something in his hand he can trigger. So, what is in his hand does he have the right to trigger? His graveyard has no abilities. Anything, I'm like, what is there for him to do? I'm so confused about what we're even playing. We're just playing something. You can discard this card to your graveyard to take a War Machine or Dragon Monster your opponent controls. Take control of that into the end phase. Okay. It's hilarious that it actually could trigger. Funny enough, it's going to hit my Predaplant monster. I mean, I won't trigger the Predaplant monster effect to pop, because that's my dragon. I want my dragon back. No, we're not triggering the effect on destruction. I could take 50 points of damage for that. The only aspect is, does he have something he could use further with this? If he did, I'll just hit it with Terrified Trap Hole Nightmare. Fascinating. I'll take my dragon back now. I would gladly like to have my dragon back. Yeah, it sucks we lost the Predaplant monster and it could have been used to kill something of our opponents. Of course. Dimensional Shifter, my favorite card. It's just gonna be Lightning Vortex fodder at this point. Battle. He still has stuff he could do. What, is he gonna discard Electric Virus again? I'll pass from here. Like, what does he have left in his hand that he can still trigger? 5 cards, and it keeps giving him a timing aspect, which means he has something in his hand that he can respond to me with. With like Effect Veiler? Max C? I mean, those could be there. Okay. Change of heart. Basically, I'm just getting beat and sticked with my own monsters. That's what this deck is doing. It's gonna beat stick me with my own monsters. That's what we're doing. The problem is, I have them at lower life points than me. I've only taken 50. And again, I get my monster back, so it's kind of like, yeah, keep hitting me with my monster when I keep getting it back to punch you in the face. And I only need 500 more attack points. Which, funny enough, I could do it with Dimensional Shifter. Like, I could Pendulum Dimensional Shifter out and then do stuff with that. I mean, I don't know. I have no idea what this deck is doing. Faust with Cannon basically wins us the game. Let's just finish this up. Pendulum Summon. If he had Max C, he would have done it there. I mean, this is game here, son. Alright, let's end this. Faust with Cannon. We could have probably ended this a lot sooner with Eldritch. But, oh well. I also don't know what his hand had that he could respond to. Weird deck. Oh my goodness, it's Karibi Boy! Wow, talk about actually having to use the Dimensional Shifter to win the game. That's hilarious. We actually need the Dimensional Shifter and attack to win the game off the Karibo. I still don't know what this deck's doing. Let's take a look at all of this. I mean, what is this deck doing? We got a Karibo. We've burst through the one of the unlimited Change of Hearts. We have one Electric Virus. Even if he has a Change of Heart and another Electric Virus or two Change of Hearts, I'm only taking 22 because the dragon bashes through the Dimensional Shifter first, and he's going to set a card here. Well, hopefully he understands that this dragon can break through it. And a back row. Two back row! Now we're going to start setting the back row. We've been holding on that back row for some reason or another. We've been really loving the back row. Hilarious. We could activate this, funny enough, because of the aspect that we do have an Odd Eyes and a Pendulum monster, because that's all that Vortex needs. And then we could just target his face down monster, spin it back, and if he attempts to trigger one of these two, we just negate it. We could do that. Let's just attack. I mean, are these competent back row? I don't know. Maybe they are. We're gonna hold this in hand, too. Alright. Well, that kills him. Alright, well, next time, how about you read my dragon to make sure what you set doesn't kill you. So, either way, he was dead. We won. Congratulations to whatever that was. Jank. Let's just call him Jank. Rogue Jank. Alright, we got a Master Pack, we got a Legacy Pack. Let's open them up. For beating Rogue Jank, let's open up pack. And I'm surprised sometimes about the luck of these Master Packs that we've been opening up this season. Anyways, we got Durak Dino. This, I think, only really... once per turn, during each player's end phase, this card is destroyed by opponent's monster. By battle this turn, you contribute one. Okay, so really we want to use Durak. Mystical Beast, Medusa, if you have no other cards or other pendulum, control one monster in your graveyard that you can have a spell counter. So basically, this is more for spell counters. We do actually have a good Mythical Beast, but we don't have another couple of spell counter cards to really make that deck work. Holy crap! Burrow Sword Dragon! Yes! Man, look at that boy, look at that boy. That's a good boy right there, folks. That is a hot, good boy. Bulbasaur Dragon, does he need any explanation? If you've seen this card done stuff in the past, he is amazing. He's going in the deck. We got Rainbow Path. We got Lanthium, the Exarch of the Dark World. Another Allied Justice Thunder Armor. And then we have an extra hero, Wonder Driver, if we ever find a hero strategy. And the SR is something that doesn't generate a pack. Oh, it's a Supreme King Dragon Lightworm, which I think another 8 scale isn't bad at 1800. What does it do? If this card is normal special summon, you can add one face-up Supreme King Dragon, Supreme King Gate, Pendulum Monster Reaction deck to your hand, and immediately at this effect resolve, you can synchro or expect summon one Supreme King Dragon monster. Actually, that might actually go in the deck as well, funny enough. Yeah, we got a couple of the deck edits. Let's go edit the deck. But first, Legacy Pack, as we got Shot Through Fiction, which looks to be the Rockets. So that wouldn't... No, that looks like the Borolo. What? Well, who knows? Let's just go see what is the feature cards. That is Borolo right there, the old one. The newer one. There is, of course, the Synchro. And it looks like they had another one. Boral Code Dragon. Holy crap, how many? But it is Rockets. Okay, so it's Rockets. That actually wouldn't be a bad deck there. Rockets aren't half bad of a deck strategy. So maybe if we could get our hands... Ooh, Magical Cylinder and Mirror Forcer in this pack. Okay, I would not mind either of those. Not at all. Those would be good for us. Of course, as well as some Link Monsters. Bonus pack time, Legacy pack, Legacy. Is it anything interesting? It's a Des Koala, and flipped him. Inflict 400 points of damage to our opponent. Fascinating and ground spider once per turn. If you control this face of the defense monster, when your opponent normal special summons a monster, you could change that monster to defense position. How nice. Neither of those are good for us. I don't know, a flip burn strategy could be interesting, but I don't think we should play Pac-Man in, modern day Yu-Gi-Oh! But nonetheless, back to the deck. We got some edits to make. Alright, it was a tough choice. For the extra deck, I did take out number 77, the 7 Sins. As funny as it is that it can overlay over number 70, that's a pipe dream that we have to get up to the necessary rank to do it. So, I just took it out. Overload Sword is just so much better than that. We're still keeping the Little Spider because he does have a really good effect that he does buff himself by attack, and he can detach material to banish a monster to our opponent's next standby phase. I did have Golfang in here originally, but Golfang can come right out. We're gonna put it in Supreme King Dragon Lightworm. It's a light target. That's what I was doing with Golfang for let me see. Blah, blah. There he is. Odd-Eyes Dragon Saber, but this also has great synergy with Supreme King Dragon Darkworm, and we are capable of making, well, if we won't be able to do much in the way of Synchro Summoning for any Supreme Kings, but at least we can get this, and I guess we will... Oh no, it has to resolve that. Well, it also has, I forgot, a face-up pendulum monster you control is destroyed by battle or card effect while this card is face-up in your extra deck. You can add this card to your hand. So that actually does recycle as well. So, being that we are now heavily in the pendulum era, yeah, I don't think it's too bad. Again, it's just another light target for this. It is an 8 scale as well, so that's another 8 scale for us to go into. Performer card Gardener was the card I got told I probably should have entered here just to get our hands on an 8 scale, and his pendulum effect isn't bad. I can target a 1 defense position monster you control. Its defense becomes equal to the combined original defense of all face-up defense position monsters you currently control. So it isn't great, but if I need to be in defense position to save myself, at least I could do that. Anyways, with that said and done, let's get back to the ladder. It's time to play some YuGiOh. Anyways, 37 card, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, and 14. This is kind of hilarious. Really kind of hilarious. I hate that we just don't have this. It's just anything but that, Is there really a work to do anything else? I guess I got scales, so I mean, what purpose do I kind of have? Let's just pass. Let's just pass. we have scales right here. We have a 5 and an 8. That gets us our 6 through our Aether being a 6 means we get... No, I think Aether's a 5. Even if Aether's a 5, we could tribute summon it. Whoa, it's heroes! I guess I should have been not surprised by that. Alright, well, you know how heroes work, folks. Let's see if he can beat us down in the battle phase. I'll return to you all once he's done comboing, because we've seen enough hero combos in this series. Well, folks, he won. Yeah, that's his inboard. How he did that, Elemental Hero Honest Neos got him the win. I mean, yeah, it didn't turn out so hot when we decided not to set any monsters, you know? But I had my scales, I had everything there that I needed. It just didn't turn out that way. Next game is here, and our opponent does not like extra decks. He does not like them, Sam-I-am. Alright, anyways, we'll set one. Let's say, was that yellow? I'm like, how is that yellow? We didn't have anything. So what is he playing? A 40 card anti-extra deck. So what, could this be... My guess would be this is, as we set one here. This is True Draco. And I know Masterpiece got unlimited in this game, so Masterpiece, the True Draco Slayer, is out. True Draco is one of the many decks that do not use extra decks because they're locked out of it typically because of their summoning conditions. So I mean, it could be that. I don't know any other deck strategy that really don't play an extra deck would like burn. But even then, most of the time you want to use like... What is this? Power of the Guardians. If attack is declared involving the equipped monster, place one spell counter on this card. The equipped monster gains 5 attack for each spell counter on this card. If the equipped monster will be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can remove one spell counter. No, that's fine. You can have that back to your hands. I see. We're just playing some weird control deck. Power of the Guardians, man. I had a friend who played that back in my locals. That was an annoying card to deal with. Alright. Yeah, no. You can have that. You can see my Predaplan monster. Look at him! He's awesome! Yeah, and that Power of the Guardians immediately gets a counter whenever it attacks. You're going to change your heart. Yeah. I hope he doesn't Power of the Guardians that, because if he does, that's the most hilarious aspect because he immediately gets it. Do I really care to kill my Eldritch? I can't attack with it, but it's 2800 defense. I do kind of care just to get my Eldritch back. If he Pendulum summons with it or uses it for a Link summon, congratulations, it just comes back to my hands. Or it just goes to the graveyard and I can manipulate it back out. It's not too hard to do that. Okay. I thought he was gonna like Power of the Guardians, and I'm like, okay. Well, I mean, there's not really a point to do anything else. We do have... It's hilarious. We do have this active, but no point in doing anything else. I mean, we could summon this and then do this, and then we get our guy out, but I mean, there's nothing to spin. What am I gonna spin? A Swords of Revealing Light back? Sure. That sounds like the best card to spin back. Let's reset Swords of Revealing Light for our opponent. You know, I wouldn't mind Swords of Revealing Light, but I still know. I mean, so far, once again, we got another deck doing, like, things. Change Your Heart is so good. I hate that's a UR. If we saw a Change Your Heart, man, I would be ecstatic. We already saw a Borosaur Dragon. So that's what we're playing. Is he worth it? Because you buff up, you gain 500 attack for each equipped card equipped to the card. So you go to what? 2050? Okay, let's see what equipped cards we got in our hand. Power of the Guardians. Yeah, that definitely... That I will Scolding. Because I just do not want that getting out of hand very fast. because Power of the Guardians can get out of hand pretty quick. We'll draw. Lightning Vortex isn't bad, but I don't see a purpose of doing anything else with it right now because it's pointless. Alright. And again, even if he equips, like, say, some cards to this, the very aspect is that we can still, like, make Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon. Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon spin the card back to his hand, and it dies. So what are we, just playing Maha Vilo Beatdown? Is that the deck we're playing? Is that what we're playing? Maha Vilo Beatdown? Yeah, we'll set this. That feels like what we're playing. We're playing Maha Vilo Beatdown. On my favorite deck to play. Maha Vilo Beatdown. And I guess I get the reason why it's not too bad. I mean, Power of the Guardians, being able to equip to a guy and every time it attacks it gains a counter. Sure, yeah, congratulations. I like when my Eldritch dies. The Deep Grave is not re-summoning an Eldritch. We got Parshaf! Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay. Now we have a Parshaf. Okay. We are literally playing old school Yu-Gi-Oh over here, man. I mean, Parshaf to draw one isn't half bad. But my god, look at this. It's basically just old school Yu-Gi-Oh over here. No. My only guess is that's Called by the Grave. Okay, let's just do this. If it's Called by the Grave, it's Called by the Grave. I can't do anything. Okay, it's not Called by the Grave. Well, if it's anything that destroys Eldritch, it's being completely pointless because it can't trigger. 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 6 cards in hands. Hand limit is 7. Is it 7? Oh! No! Hilarious. Alright. Back at it again, you know? Not feeling too greedy. Wow, okay. Not bad again. Alright, Small World. What we small worlding into? Show me draw Lockbird to connect to Imseti Spaghetti to get what? So that's one Imseti gone because it banishes itself. To get Blackwing, Samoon, the Poison Winds. Well, folks, we also know what this deck does, so you know, I won't bore you with watching the combo. When we return, we will have watched the combo. Or at least I would have watched the combo. I'll return to you to his inboard state. Okay, well, I'm jumping in here now because I thought we were playing a Blackwing deck. We're actually playing a Gimmick Puppet deck. Okay. Can he get from the FTK from this? Is this a Blackwing deck disguising itself as a Gimmick Puppet deck? That just sucks. That's just interesting. That's just generic. Okay. By the way, he made it BL so he can get another level 8 on the board. Okay, I mean, can he get from the FTK from here? This card, especially you can add 1 Puppet Trap from your deck to your hand. You can detach 1 materials to the card, special summon a monster from either graveyard to your opponent's field in defense position. If a monster is special summoned to your opponent's field, you can target one of them, destroy it, and if you do, inflict damage to your... Okay. But that's a one-time use. You can only use each. So what? I get burned for what? 3,000? But then because of Gizmet, because of his effect? Monsters special summoned to your opponent's field, you can target one of them, destroy it, and if you do... So you just gave me BLs for what? So that you can't burn? Why didn't you give me the dragon or something? Why didn't you give me, like, BLs can't die by battle. He grows bigger, and he cannot die by card effect either. Like, what is the purpose of giving me the BLs? Like, what does that accomplish? This does nothing. It already triggered its effect. And as long as I don't special summon to my field, I don't do anything. And I don't take damage from this either. So what was... Why do I have this? Why do I have this monster that does nothing? You can't blow it up with this, which is what I typically think you do with the FTK. And I've never seen the puppet FTK. And what do you got? All this stuff that... Okay, now we're linking. It's hilarious you can target that. So yeah, I guess you could target Banish. Unless we decide we want to miss the effect. This card's linked summon using a fusion. Oh, right, it wasn't even used. I have no idea! My opponent cannot read card effects! Gave me a BLs thinking he could destroy it with his guy to burn me, which it didn't. Made an SP and can't even use its Banish effect because it wasn't even used with the correct materials. I don't know, Mr. Major Nut. Hey, next time we should read our Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Oh, I had that problem too. You know? But at least I'm not using a very audit competent strategy to basically then fumble it. Because I wasn't sure how I was going to break the board until I had a BL, so I'm like, this just breaks the board. I don't know if the SP banished it and then he came back, if that would come back to my side, because at that point it recognized that it came back to me, even though it goes back to his banish zone. I don't know how that would work. But we don't have to worry about that, because our opponent surrendered. We got 3 legacy packs, we got our secret pack, let's go open them up. Shot through Fiction 1 of this glorious pack. Ugh, nothing. Well, I don't know, sometimes I've said that and I've been surprised. What do we got? Volatile Evil Lyle Weslow, Hero Barrier, Reverse of Neos, Wandering King Whirlwind. I think this is right. This is for the Resonator strategy. We would need Resonators. Overrust, Overburst Dragon, Rocket Caliber, Barload Riot Dragon. Has anyone ever used the Ritual Monster? I have no clue. And then Speed Burst Dragon. Man, there were 2 really good SRs I wanted to add this pack. Guess we'll continue to hunt those down as we open up these 3 legacy packs. There are still things I want in this, and not one of those is anything I want. We got 2 new cards to our collection. Needle Soldier. Well, this card is used as Synchro material for a Synchro monster during the battle between a Synchro monster and basically it allows the Synchro monster to inflict piercing damage. And then the White Dolphin Vanilla Monster. White Dolphin with a huge horn that summons huge tidal waves. It's so powerful, folks. It's those huge fighter waves are only 500 points worth of damage. Yep. Well, anyways, that's it for today. I know it was a little small, but we did get our 2 wins. We got up to Silver 3, which was the plan for this video. We did it. Hooray for us. We'll see you all here next time as we climb up to Silver 2.